stuff. We're gonna head into the nether and get some glowstone. And also repair. Oh no, we need to enchant the axe. That's the first thing. Why I'm going in there. Okay. I got sneeze here. I just got like some allergies lately. I don't know. It's getting warm in Vegas, so I don't know if that's what it is, but yeah, I got a stuffy nose. So let's put this in here. So it's not silk touch. It's not efficiency, but we're not like tree chopping exactly. So I think we're fine to use it. Unfortunately, just Unbreaking 3, but you know, we could combine, but it's probably what we should do. Yeah, I guess that would actually make this axe a lot better. Let's grab the anvil here. So 8 versus 12. We'll do the 8. And hopefully our smelter is working fine now. Okay, so we need more spruce leaves. So we're gonna need nether home. We're just going for like a stack of glowstone. Oh, actually, yeah, we've got the. Maybe we should just grab a bunch of stuff. Get some warp logs, things like that. And then at some point too, we're gonna have to start putting some. Because right now our shulker box or our ender chest is just full of shulker boxes, but it's really nice when you have like there's stuff that you always want on you, like you know food. I don't even know if redstone is part of it. Like redstone is something that you grab when you need. But you know, like a shulker box for like stone bricks, for you know, each type of wood and things like that. Maybe not each type of wood, but you know, just one that has like all the logs and things like that we have. Sometimes we're getting to the point now where we've got enough resources that we, you know, we can kind of like pick and choose you know, putting different kinds of blocks in places and things like that. Okay, so we probably want our gold helmet for this. So we are going to be going into the nether. Do we have an unbreaking 3 book still? We do. So we can actually make another, also kind of just want to unbreaking 3. Unbreaking 3. Unfortunate. We have one, so we can make another unbreaking elytra here. We can do that too. And now, let's see here. Let's go for it's not terrible. It's not terrible. That's about the best that I can say about that, though. And then I also not smart to forget. Where did our tools go? Yeah, okay, so I grab one of these. And then yeah, if we see any piglins, we can swap the helmet. But yeah, I think we should be good just for a quick session in the nether. Okay, so what direction should we go? Digest. So I think the warp forest is like right here. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not like we really need anything right now. So let's just grab like the shroom light, a couple of shroom lights. This looks like a good glowstone. I hear piglins. Just gonna have to craft some torches. So if we encounter another warped forest, that's one that we can like really go into. This looks like a great one to get. Completely flat surface. So we get another couple of stacks of these. This one also looks pretty nice, right? Okay. Ouch. Oh, we forgot one. That's already gassed, but that's the only way to get gas tiers. That isn't being whoa, okay. See a piglin, so let's. What? I got a gold helmet on. I'm friendly. I wonder what it is that. Do they just respect the fact that I have the gold helmet? Is that why they don't attack me? Because I'm not sure. So the problem with glowstone though is that whenever I tend to use it, it's not, you know, it's you kind of almost want to use a stack or two every time. So just going out here and grabbing a stack or two each time is like, you know, means that I'm just going to be back out exploring the nether. Once again, if we had mending, it would not be a big problem. But it's just so weird that like all of these like, that looks like one that we can grab too. Oh no. Ooh. And we'll also have to get like a, yeah, I mean the netherite armor is a little, I mean it's, we can get it whenever we want, but it's just not needed. Oh shoot, skeleton? Yeah. Oh, got punch as well. Not too much lava, but I don't really want to fly through one of these because they get tough to get back from. And we're not at the point where we have like a ton of, well, I guess with a fortune pick, you can stay infinitely down in as long as you mine, the quartz that comes by as well. So I guess there's no reason that we can't go down to the bottom nether and look for netherite as well. But we just don't need it right now. I really like just placing torches, like places that we've been, just because when you fly back around and see it, it's a little bit of a fun, like, hey, we were there, there's just some torches there. Not that one. Okay, another bastion. Or maybe this is the same one. Yeah. Like I said, going into these things, not the smartest move. One misstep and those piglins will get you. Just gonna place some torches so that we know that I think that we might. Yeah, actually, we're heading back towards home, so we've probably already explored that one. But yeah, I actually don't even know where all the loot in bastions are because I've just never really explored one. I know that there's like the treasure ones that have a bunch of treasure in them, you know, and there's like gold blocks and stuff like that at the bottom. Oh, zombie spear. So it's funny that the zombie pigmen can carry the spears, but I haven't seen a actual pig with one yet. This would be great if we had some. I don't think you can find any books in those, so. No, that's not. Okay. Oh yeah, this one. This is a good one. All right. So we'll do 3 stacks of glowstone and then take. Oh, we can get that one over there too. So we'll do 3 stacks and then we'll leave. Because we really need the landing pool done. Once that's done, I think that we can go back inside and start doing more inside of the base. But if we don't have like a place to land, it's not going to be good. We have all of these. I think so. Gosh, I wonder how fast a golden spear would take you out. It can't be a slow ordeal. So we're flying back home now. Oh no, I mean, I guess getting 2 more would be nice, so. That just seems like really stupid to fly into. Thinking about the nether too, the last nether portal that I... Whoa, 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 whoa. Loading some chunks there, I'm assuming. Yep. Gosh, all of this glowstone is so far up. Oh, piglin. Now this one looks good. We'll grab this and go back. I like shroom lights too, but they're sort of similar to jack-o'-lanterns in like their color and everything like that. So it doesn't always feel like super important. Like, you know, anything that you could use a jack-o'-lantern for, you can also use shroom lights. I do think they look better than the jack-o'-lanterns, but wow, exactly 3 stacks and a half. Alright, well let's swap this out and head back. And then if we see any easy ones along the way, we can grab those too. But yeah, anyway, thinking about the nether. I think it would be cool to maybe have the nether portal be lower to the ground. I don't want it completely underground because that's where the item store is going to go, like at the bottom. But I'm assuming that I don't know how the height, you know, I know that it's about like 1 in 8 every block that you travel in the nether is 8 blocks in the overworld, but I don't know how it works for height. But maybe that would be kind of cool because I feel like most of the time I want to be coming into the nether, it's like or at least heading back from the nether, I'm always coming back home through the underground or whatever. And then the last hardcore world, never had any problems or anything. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh, took 1 hit. That's not that bad, but I wonder if that would be kind of cool to have the nether hub sort of be at the bottom of the world instead of sort of in the middle. Might be easier to build the nether hub too. Whoa, what? You just found an ancient debris? These are extremely rare. Like, enough that I don't even want it. I'm not even gonna grab it. I'm gonna make a lodestone. Put the lodestone under it. Grab one of these. Yeah, that's just a. That's really cool. I was just here for the glowstone. Much cooler to just leave it there than it is to harvest it. In my totem hardcore world, the first deep slate emerald that I ever found was a double deep slate, and I just left it there. Put a lodestone there as well. And that was back when, you know, lodestones cost netherite, so they were actually expensive. But yeah, that's cool. That is cool. That was just a random wow. I think in all of my nethering, I've only found 2, and that would be the second one right there. Like above ground netherite, because it's like, you know, you should, like, exploring for them, you know, is just not smart. You should just be down at the bottom or whatever to do that. Oh, that was really silly. So anytime that you find, you know, and there's not too often that you're like around the nether roof, unless you have like unless you put your nether hub up there, but that's, you know, what, if you're gonna play hardcore, then, you know, why are you using the nether ceiling? I don't know. Seems a little antithetical or whatever to the spirit of hardcore. More than any other, like, arbitrary restriction or whatever that I like, you know, not using, like, I don't think that, like, not using villagers is, I think that totally okay to do that in hardcore. Like, you know, that's just a choice that, you know, you could make not using villagers or mob farms a choice in survival as well, or whatever. It would make just the same amount of sense. But I feel like if you're, you know, even if you're building like a gold farm up there or whatever, it's like, why? You know, it's a little, yeah, I don't know. Same thing with like wither cages and stuff like that. You know, like, why are you even, why are you playing hardcore if you're gonna use like a wither cage? Now don't get me wrong, when I summon withers, I put them in like at the bottom, you know, in a bunch of deep slates so that they can barely escape, and well, they can't escape essentially. And then I load myself up with, you know, strength potion, regeneration, golden apples, the whole shebang. But I don't know, that's like, feels like, you know, good preparation or whatever versus just getting beacons for free. I mean, it is essentially free, but, you know, not completely free. Okay, so where are we? Are we like, it seems like the compass is, ow, ow, ow. Oh yeah, there's our netherite again. Wait, so we're just below it right now? Oh. Okay, well, we'll just kind of dig down. Some torches down, but for a pigman to have gotten us there. That would have been. Okay, now we gotta go even further down. I'm so dumb. I thought that we had the. I thought that was the lodestone. That was we were just going up to the to the ancient debris. That is extremely funny and silly. Sorry, Gast. If we'd heard any piglins rushing there, we would leave. But when you're in like a cave, they don't have a good chance of spawning, really. Oh no. Oh, there was a piglin there. Swap the helmet real quick. I was gonna say too, because that means that ancient debris was like right on top of our portal, which would have been kind of cool too. Let's get some of this netherite. Quartz. We are going to be making observers. Okay. What is this little glowstone? Whoa, that particle looks scary there. Whoa, that freaked me out. It is funny, some of the spots that glowstone didn't appear. To find a different way around. This is also why I like going underground, because the nether is so navigationally inhospitable in comparison to the overworld. You can get stuck in these, like, I kind of call them like nether hills, but you know, there's a ton of blocks that you would have to move. But the problem is I don't know what level I'm at. So what we're gonna have to do here is just do this. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't always it's not always that easy. Okay, now we're at the Crimson Forest. Yeah, I'm not sure where we are. Oh, no. Not a good spot. Okay, we have the fire resistance in the inventory though. Yeah, we're here. Might as well. See, the other thing too is glowstone just kind of takes a while to harvest. Wish there was a way to instant mine it. I'm sure TNT would do the trick. But TNT is the kind of thing where you need to be like, alright, well, you know, we're just gonna walk back, I guess. They do carry spears, okay? Well, now we know. So that was a spear one that I saw the other time. That was scary. I went for like some glowstone or something like that, and one of them looked like they had a spear, but it would take us at least like 2 or 3 hits to die from a golden spear with all the armor. Alright, so okay. Outside of I don't know if light level is what keeps the piglins from spawning. I know hoglins will spawn regardless of light, I think. Okay. Looks like the day has arrived. Oh, how's our light? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, okay. It looks not terrible from the top. Oh, we're getting that chunky, like, lag. I think it seems to happen when the game is, like, deloading another dimension. I don't know if it's got something to do with, like, the solid-state drive or something like that. Or if it's, like, the 32 render distance that we have going. But, yeah, I'm going to save and quit the title. And yeah, now it's all this. But yeah, this actually, I like the way it looks. And then yeah, it would be, so I need to build a pool of water. That looks decent, but yeah, I'm so bad with outside areas, and they're also so like, you know, like you can at least have ceilings when you build underground. But here you have to consider there's just so much that has to be considered. So let's get those phantom membrane. Let's see what the repair cost is going to be on these elytras. Okay, so this one's only going to be 7 levels for 4. Seems worth. We have another one. What about the third one here? How much is this going to be? 7 as well. I'm assuming they get more expensive next time. Well, no, we're going to need that tool. But we don't need the helmet or the fire resistance. We have a lodestone compass that we will name. We'll call it Sealing. Is that right? Put that there. Okay. Just hit the button because it's fun. Alright, so now so we're working with all that stuff out there, but we can put everything here away. So let's put away the glowstone, nether stuff, quartz. I guess yeah, we can put those in there. Phew. Oh. Wow, even more glowstone. 1, 2, 3. Wow. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, we had 6 stacks of glowstone. That was nice. I guess we'll put that stuff in here. Shroom light. It's in here. Okay, music disc. We have a tiers already, right? Yep. Put this over here. Oh, we got this. We have another. We can get another silk touch one. Anyway, we're gonna need to take these out. sorting. Guess, oh yeah, yeah, they do go tough. Thinking we can just take all these ore blocks. Put them here. So they're kind of like decoration pieces, I guess. And then also put anything that can be smelted in here. That way we just, that's all there. And as for coal, I don't know, I mean, I guess I could just go in with iron. Coal and iron. That one sand could probably be put together as well because you never ever have any sand. Always gets converted to other stuff very fast. Okay, well, we don't need really any more of those now. 2 feels unfortunate. I never got all of the horns in my other totem world, because it's just such a annoyance to fly around mountains, and you have to get the screaming goats, and it has to be like natural blocks. You can't just like put stone blocks down for them. They are an annoyance to get for sure. There's so much stuff that we have multiple of. Might as well just click around. Oh yeah, that's right. Then we went into the end. Okay. Ore blocks. Nether. It's also going to be fun to, that I really like the way that item sorter looks, but in my old world. But it was, like, it's the kind of like, it's like fun to just do a lot of, because once you figure out like a pattern, you could like just repeat it over and over again. But grab the gold too. But it is not fun to, or I don't want to say fun, but when you have every object, with their own double chest or whatever, it gets a little annoying to like go around and find things. But like, there's like things like stone brick slabs. It's like we're never gonna have a double chest, like or 2 double chests with like 2 hot. Like the storage was pretty crazy. But there are some things that we do want that stuff for, and because like at some point you just want to like use the stone brick slabs that you have instead of just making new ones and putting them into the sorter and just gaining an infinite amount of everything. So I think and I did have multi-item sorters in there, Rapscallion's design, very cool, but I think using those in conjunction, like kind of like right next to some of the other ones, and then just like, so the item sorter won't just be like a one long water stream going over everything, a water stream that like also gets segmented up by multi-item sorters and such, because I think that it would be so much of the storage would be able to be compacted. I do want it to be like a large storage room still, or storage place, but I think it's much cooler if or much more efficient to not have every item like sort itself, like raw iron like or raw iron blocks. I think that stuff can all be in like the same multi-item sorter, because there's a lot of stuff that it's like kind of sort, like blocks that get used a lot can get put in multi-item sorters, or blocks that like once you have like a stack of them or whatever, you're gonna just want to keep using it. But then something like copper, I had those in all the copper blocks in a multi-item sorter, but then when the trial chamber came out, I was like, the multi-item sorter was not large enough, so I had to build a whole another double lane to the sorter to be able to put all of the copper in, and I did like that. So I think that there's some spots that need all of the need an individual space or whatever. And then there's quite a bit that doesn't. But that's like, that's a long time from now. Like there's so many other redstone projects and stuff like that should get built before the item sorter. And plus, spending some time just kind of like manually having to sort everything like this also means that when the multi-item sorter is done, it will feel very, very nice to just be able to just put everything in there. And that's definitely how I felt when I finished it in my other hardcore world. It felt very refreshing. And it was a large one. But yeah, now that you can think about doing something different with it, that's going to be a huge consideration. So I think we can put a shulker box of stone in here. I think leaf litter can finally be put in a shulker box too. Yep, it fits. No idea what we're going to be using leaf litter for. I don't know why pumpkins are in there. Actually, that's probably where they should be. Stacked. We still got a ton of stuff here. Oh, we need to get sing, I guess. We have armor trims here. And stuff. Item frame dragon heads. Bottle of enchanting. Actually, we want to keep that one. And also thinking about copper golems, I think one place that would be really smart to put copper golems would be with, like, have a copper golem be the one that sorts all of our enchanted books and things like that. Because, like, I think they can actually grab this from the chest and then put it into an efficiency place. Because all of the books and stuff like that would run right through my item sorter, and then have to manually sort them or whatever. And it still ends up taking quite a bit of time, like in comparison to just letting copper golems do it. And I'm not exactly sure how they work. They seem they probably work pretty well. And maybe I should have like designed the storage room around it, like just put like a door in front of it or something, and just always had them in there. But maybe next time. Actually, I definitely think next time. But now I don't know. We already built this room and everything, and I already built 2 enchanters, which was kind of silly. So I don't think building a storage room is, even if it's like more efficient or whatever, I don't know, or less time consuming. But sometimes it's kind of like a little bit of it's not too hard to do. So we'll just okay. So fortune 3. So now we want to sort all these. No. 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 Well, we have a ton of iron leggings already. Yeah. Neither of them have mending, so I guess we can put that in there. I need gold and stuff. So we can also start putting some iron in here. No. Oh, this one, we don't even want this one. Can't do anything with it. Can't disenchant it. A spear with knockback? I mean, maybe. Yeah, we can keep that one. Iron pickaxe with mending. Yeah, that's a good one. Wait, really? Wow. This one's actually just complete. Consider that a treasure, I suppose. The chest plate, I found so many chest plates that have like the protection for breaking through mending, but not like normal tools. Efficiency 5, definitely. Definitely want that. Want that. No. Don't even really want a respiration helmet. Like, well, I guess those actually just kind of, because we do need the netherite. So this is all disenchanted stuff. enchanted stuff. Then I want to keep this, this. These two can go back in here. So just grab this away. Just grab a bunch of these. Put them in a shulker box. Alright, anything on these? Okay, well, didn't do anything about the entrance pool this, even though that was the title of this session, but yeah, it's 11:24, so I think calling it quits around here is good. But so we're gonna have to do something like doing some kind of wall thing here, but it can't be too large. I don't know, maybe we don't even do an entrance pool. The thing is, I never used it. I never like used it. I didn't build one exactly, but I did like fence it off once I was done. But I had like a pool that you could like launch out of and things like that. But it wasn't like on the top of the base or anything like that. So I'm thinking that it's just no, because I just don't want. I'm so bad at outside builds, but you know we gotta do it because we will. If we don't get into like the pattern of landing a pool of water at all times, then there's just gonna be a time where we just die. And without totems, that's not gonna be acceptable. We'll lose the whole hardcore world. So I don't know, maybe something like this might be too large, but okay, we have a full elytra. Let's just sleep real quick. So wouldn't need to be too large. You know, it would be kind of cool if it was like a funnel. So like it comes out over here maybe. Like have to have a 3 so it lines up here. But then this is all just like running water, and we have like a collection bowl or something like that. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, I think that actually seems pretty sweet. You know, we have not seen a pillager patrol in quite a while. I wonder what they're up to. But I guess like spawning on the working underground and stuff like that means that they're just not gonna be around as much. But yeah, maybe like 1, 2, 3. I don't know, just start with like some initial shape here, then maybe even have it we'll push it back a little bit further so that it's not so it's not distracting too much with the entrance. But yeah, I think that this will be somewhere else. I mean, they're not going to grow into anything right now. But yeah, I think it wouldn't be flowing water, so it wouldn't make any noise. So actually, it could even be on top. It could even be like here. So it'd be kind of cool to have like just to be able to like just walk straight into some water, and then but yeah, it's definitely something that I think needs to be done for the hardcore world, because landing on the ground from an elytra can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. So yeah, something like that. I mean, definitely not jungle wood. Probably use spruce instead. But yeah, and then I still know. Maybe make it out of like deep slate, not wood. I think a bowl of water or something like that would be better if it was like maybe like polished blackstone. Do we have a lot of blackstone? We do. All traded from the pigments. Perfect. Yeah, I think polished blackstone could look good. I don't know. Just placing the blocks at it. Yeah, and then I guess we work on just the entrance first, and then man, those roses always make me. It almost looks like a spider. Like I'm always just like in the back of my head. Is a spider on there? What's going on? No. And then yeah, we'll have to terraform. I'll have to grab a bunch of dirt. Let's do that right now and like terraform a little bit. I don't even know if you would consider this terraforming or if it's just placing dirt. Evening out the and yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about grabbing all the leaf litter. That just seems dumb. We have a shulker box of leaf litter, and I don't actually know who will ever need more than that. I don't even know who will ever use it. I used it once in my Totem Hardcore world, and I don't even think that there's an area that you would be able to see it. So, I do think that leaf litter adds a lot of, texture, pun intended, or whatever, to the overworld. I think they're great. I think they're a great addition, and they make things like look more natural. So it's not like they're a horrible addition. They're not a horrible addition. They're a great addition to the game. But yeah, don't need to grab every single block of it that we can see. So maybe it's like 4. Just something like this. Then we have like some area here that we can like decorate. I'll have to put like a wall, some kind of wall or something here, because we need to make sure that all this stuff isn't seen. But yeah, that'll be the next project. So yeah, we'll do like a bowl or something like that like goes out a couple of blocks, and then you can just swim into the bowl, dive into the water, and then emerge out like this. So the way that I did it before was, and this will be, we'll use it for bubble elevators and stuff like that. I think you put like do something like this. So there's water in the middle, unfortunately. And yeah, I really want to keep it so that it is so that there's no flowing water. If we were okay with flowing water and like the sound that it makes, then you can just punch a hole here, just have the water flow down, and it won't go anywhere. But if you want all of this to be source blocks, then you have to keep it all contained. So something like this, and then yeah, when we land, you can't come out the middle exactly, but that's fine. Unless there's like an even more invisible block, maybe iron bars, or now there's copper bars. Like oxidized copper bars could actually do it too. Maybe we try that. Still a lot thinner. But yeah, that'll be something to think about for next time. as it is right now. Just gonna put all this back. We're essentially working with all of this, so hold on to it. This back though. Be kind of cool to use copper grates somewhere. Yeah, I think like a bowl of water or whatever with like a funnel. It kind of would be kind of remind me of like a water park, like one of those kind of slides or something like that. Obviously no slide in there, but all right. So let's see. Actually, let's also flip the switch and see what's going on. Is everything still working? Two stacks and two. So it is filling up. Yeah, doubling the rate on this thing was definitely the smart idea to do now that you know, I always want to go up both ways there, so I'm just gonna grab some stone bricks real quick and figure that out. And then after that we will sign off. So we have we can do slabs like here, here, and here. And then stairs, no. You have to just be double stairs like this. Okay, but yeah, putting a slab right there actually means that it's super easy to walk up. But then we need to place this lantern somewhere. Maybe, I mean, maybe we don't actually have to have a lantern right there. Got lanterns everywhere. Yeah, I mean, it's light enough. Yeah, we'll just keep the lantern. It's like I want so badly to walk down that way, but that is not something that is going to be fixed at all. So I think when it wasn't working and it was like we were getting um, we were getting kelp blocks in here. I think what was happening was the crafter was getting filled up for other reasons, and it would be like it was firing off a crafter faster than the hopper, like at faster game ticks than the hopper was. Because I think you can spam these crafters to like craft like once a tick. And so I think what was happening is this hopper was locked. Just because when a hop, you know, in 8 game ticks, it takes a hopper to like, you can do 1 item per 8 game ticks. So if it's receiving items faster than that, maybe it's like locked or something like that, or maybe I was just locking it with one of these repeaters or something like that. I don't know. With like redstone does. Because there was probably some quasi-connectivity thing going down, like where, now that I think about it, maybe this block was being powered somehow. I don't know. Oh, but this is beautiful to see. Beautiful to see it working. However, not out of the... I guess maybe putting it down there could be something. Sometimes a lantern on the floor is fine. It's a little more light, but I think that looks better. No, it looks horrible. Okay, this is the kind of like tinkering that's just, you know, just not necessary. So we're just not going to do it. You can just tinker in those maintenance rooms like that forever. Okay, put the jungle wood back. Definitely keep the spruce for now. Put the lantern away. Okay. So yeah, next time we'll work on that kind of stuff. We'll work on our pool, entry pool. The elytra pool, I'm not sure. You know, the more I think about it, the more I'm just not sure what I think about these fireflies. Or even just falling leaves in general. I wish there was a way that, you know, sometimes it's just nice when they don't have particle effects. But maybe like one part of the update that I wish. Oh, you know what would be awesome? Maybe they even have it as a feature. If you could shear these things, like right click them, and then they stop dropping their leaves. So it's like you trim your little, your bush up or whatever, like trimmed leaves, That would actually be nice. But I mean, hey, not the biggest of deals. Oh wow, it was actually time to sleep. It's funny. But okay, just been talking and doing nothing, for the last 20 minutes. So I'm gonna sign off and yeah, take it easy.